welcoming you to chair yoga for the care of Waldenstroms. We have a nice big live group with us here today. We've had a little bit of chit chat going into our class, talking about various things, talking about skin issues, talking about foot and leg cramps, and the wisdom that we share with each other is really, it's really useful because personal experience is anecdotal evidence, and so we can all read the research studies and see what's out there, and we can all hear our doctors. But when we get together in a group and so might have an intuitive idea for what might work for you, that's also valuable information. Of course, all of this is alongside your standard medical care, and I am not a medical doctor. I'm a yoga therapist. So I want to share the tools of yoga. So let's get started. I want to infuse this class with a lot of breathing today. And here's why. When you come to me and you say, Anne, you wouldn't believe what happened. I had an event where I was very uncomfortable. I was high blood pressure. I was waiting in the doctor's office. I was on my way to the ER. I've had this letter come through. I was sick with an upper respiratory infection and I was really struggling. And guess what I remembered to do? I remembered to breathe, and that helped me. So the more I can share these breath techniques, these are the low-hanging fruits for us that can address so many layers. Stress, our nervous system. We really, want to attend to the breath and have this be a regular practice. However, sometimes it's hard for some of us to get right there. So we're going to do a little bit of movement first, and that movement is going to be connected with our breath. So I'm going to start with my feet on the earth. If you've been sitting for a while, you might want to rinse the shoulders up, back, and down. So our 40-minute class today will be seated. You'll have an option to stand. And then we're going to wind down with some more seated postures. We're going to relax the shoulders and bring the arms down at the sides. So let's inhale and try lifting the arms or arm out and up. And exhaling the arms or arm down by your sides. Just noticing what your wingspan is today. Breathing in. Breathing out. Right? Inhaling and lifting the arms out and up. Exhaling, relaxing the arms down. You could even do 2 more at your own pace. And last one. All right, I'm going to rub my hands together, rubbing my hands together. Taking a moment to take off my glasses, if I wear glasses. And I'm going to loosely cup my palms over my eyes. And just for a moment, I'm going to drink in this nourishing darkness away from my monitor, away from my lights or my phone or any visual stimulation. And I'm just going to roll my eyes around a little bit. And then without even opening my eyes, I could allow my hands to open a little bit. And I might like to massage the contour of my face. I'm going to smooth out the brow. Maybe dig around in the jaw muscle. Sometimes you've reported that you store tension there. And then we can release the hands down and blink the eyes open, blinking the eyes open. And just taking a moment to connect with the core, connect with the center of your being here. And I'm going to invite you to allow the belly to be really full and soft. Right? So letting go of that constant kind of squeezing in of the belly so we can take a deeper breath. Let's see how it would feel to just inhale and let the belly expand. Exhale, and maybe there's a little bit of contraction of those abdominal muscles. So we're going to inhale, fill the belly. Exhale a little bit, and then maybe a little squeeze. Breathing in, belly fill like a balloon. Breathing out, a little bit of squeeze all the air out. And we'll take 2 more belly breaths. And come back to your neutral posture here. So let's begin to move the body. I'm going to tilt my right ear to my right shoulder. As I come to center, I'll breathe in. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, right ear, right shoulder. Breathing in to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. 1 more on each side. All right, I'm coming back to center. I'm going to bring my right arm out to the right. Bringing my right arm out to the right and spreading my fingers as wide as I can. So lots of space between my fingers. And then I'm going to bring my thumb under and curl my fist around the thumb and curl that whole thing down as far as I can, knuckles towards the floor. Inhaling and opening and spreading those fingers wide. Exhaling and curling the fist under. And one last one, breath in. Exhale, curl it under. Beautiful. And then relaxing that arm down into your lap and switching sides. I've got my left arm out to the left, just came a little closer so you could see me better. Spreading my fingers apart really wide. And then curling the fist around the thumb, knuckles towards the floor. You got it. Breathing in, palm is spread and open. And exhaling, curling under. You got it, Mimi. And then inhaling, spreading those fingers wide. Last time, curling it under. And then we can relax the hand down into the lap. It's so amazing to me how this one simple thing just opens things up for me. So let's try this. Let's bring the right arm out to the right again. And this will be more for my neck and my shoulders. So I'm tilting my left ear towards my left shoulder, and my left shoulder is nice and relaxed. And then I'll begin, yes, you know the drill. We're making some circles. Don't forget to breathe. Maybe those circles can move down little by little. And Linda, if you want to tilt your camera down a little bit, I'd love to see more of you, but no pressure. Eventually, I'm going to bring my arm behind my back, if that would feel good. So my arm is behind my back and I'm spinning my chin, peeking at my left shoulder. Taking a couple breaths. Thank you so much. That's perfect. You got it. Perfect, perfect. And then we're coming back up and we're going to switch sides. So we have the left arm out to the left. And we're tilting the right ear to the right shoulder. And we're just going to take some circles here, make sure the right shoulder is relaxed. And that palm is going to move ever downward. Little by little by little by little. That's right. And then tucking the arm behind the back. spinning the chin down. We'll take a couple breaths. And come back to center. All right, spreading the arms out nice and wide. Take up lots of space. And I'm going to bring my arms back a little bit and see if I could lift my heart up towards the ceiling. Arms coming back even further, like I'm a sort of figurehead on the prow of a boat. I don't know if that's the right terminology. Bow? I don't know. Prow? And then I'll swing my arms in front, interlace my fingers, and I'm just pulling my arms away from my body ever so slightly. It's getting a little space in my upper back. Breathing in, opening wide, arms coming back behind me, heart is lifted. I'm here at the front of the ship, ready to take the waves. And then interlacing those fingers in front one more time and pulling the arms away from the body. Could feel really good to slide those shoulder blades to the sides. And then this is the last time we're going to open, ready for whatever comes. And this time I'm going to go in for the hug. So I'm going to give myself a hug. It's a nice shoulder stretch too. I might tuck my chin down, and maybe there's something nice you could say to yourself internally. Trying to rewire myself for positive internal talk. So great job getting out of bed today, coming to yoga. And we can release those arms down. All right, it's beautiful, friends. I'm going to take a little bit of a wider stance. And I'm going to notice my belly for a moment. And I'm going to notice my lower back. And I might like to explore moving my what I call pelvic bowl. So I might allow that pelvic bowl to tip forward, accentuating my lumbar curve. I could let that pelvic bowl tip back, almost erasing my lumbar curve, but just a little bit. And then I'm just rocking forward and back, exploring this very subtle movement with the pelvic bowl, forward and back. And then from here, I'll choose to stay in a place that is stable middle ground. So my bowl's not really tipping forward, not really tipping back. And I'm going to move my side body now. So I'll start, my right arm is going to slide up my right rib cage. And maybe this left arm can just hang down. And as I stay here for a moment, I'm going to see if I could lift my right rib cage with my breath. Really breathe into that right rib cage, maybe a couple breaths. All right, and then we're coming to center. You can really feel that one, sliding the left arm up the left rib cage, leaning over a little bit, and that right arm can just relax and dangle at the side. And we're seeing if we could breathe and lift that left rib cage with your breath. Feels good. All right, so we're just sliding the right hand up the right rib cage, breathing, lifting that right rib cage, and coming back to center, sliding the left hands up the left rib cage. And you could continue this way, or you could use the arms in your side bending now. Maybe that right arm reaches up. Maybe you slide the left arm up or lift the left arm. Right? Do what feels best for you in your body. A lot of us caring for various challenges in various joints. Moving from side to side so I can really stretch those little muscles between the ribs. Can't talk about breathing without talking about the intercostal muscles, because they're responsible for 25% of our respiratory effort. Okay, we're coming back to center, and I'm going to bring both arms out to the sides. I'm going to take a breath in. As I exhale, I'm going to twist my torso to the right side. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist my torso to the left. As I come back through center now, I'm going to make this shape of a goalpost with my arms. And I'm going to see if I could just point my heart to the right. Come on back to center, inhaling. Point my heart to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Breathing in, center. And last one to the left. Come on back to center and give yourself another hug. Maybe it's the opposite arm on top this time, if you can remember. I'm tucking my chin and I'm reminding myself I'm not alone. There are 22 other people with me right now live, and other people who later will be joining me in this moment, here together in this moment. It's beautiful, friends. We can release the arms down and begin to bring some motion into a larger part of the body, the spine, the hips. So we're circling the torso. And I might begin to notice my pelvic bowl is moving a little bit. It might be tilting forward. It might be tilting back. That's good, Dave. And we're circling in the other direction, moving the energy, waking up the spine. And then slowly, slowly, we can make our way back to center. I'm going to bring my arms out to the sides like a goalpost. I'm sitting up tall. My pelvic bowl is neither tipping forward or back. And that takes work. That takes core strength. And from here, I'm going to begin to flick my fingertips across my palm like I'm flicking water off the ends of my fingers. That's it. I'm flicking water off the ends of my fingers. And I might get a little faster. And I'm noticing one hand feels a lot more in control than the other, my dominant hand. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the arms down. Take a moment, take a breath. Feel all of that vitality in your arms and your hands. All right, and then we'll bring the arms up again. This time I'm going to swish my wrists like I'm conducting an orchestra. And it could be loose and slow. You might begin to get a little faster with a little more control. Got it, Renee. So beautiful to see the fluidity in that left wrist and that left arm today. I'm getting faster. This might be a little harder. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that was some pretty chaotic music we just made, I have to say. All right, let's interlace the fingers and give the hands a little squeeze. Many of us caring for osteoarthritis, some of us caring for peripheral neuropathy in the hands, so we like to take care of the hands. And I'm going to press my palms away from my body, juice up my fingers. You've got it. That's beautiful. And then we'll go ahead and we'll just roll the wrists in a figure 8. All right. And then how's about we just shake it out? Shake it out. And we begin to move our awareness down. So let's walk the feet back to center. And I'm just going to be lifting my right leg up and then lifting my left leg up and reminding myself of that stability in my core. You've got it. So glad you're here, Robert. Lifting the legs one at a time. And you're just noticing some of us have knee stuff going on. So if you need to modify anything, please take very good care of yourself. Just because I'm telling you to do it doesn't mean you should do it if it's not meant for you. All right, let's do one more on each side. So I just juiced up my knees a little bit, and I can just feel that bathing, that lubrication of the synovial fluid that happens when I move my joints, and it just feels like, oh yes, I'm alive. So let's bring that right leg straight out. I'm just turning to the side so you can see my foot. And we're going to pump the foot, pumping the foot down towards the earth, and then peeling the toes up and back. And we're thinking of you, Catherine, and your foot stuff you've got going on, those cramps that she's experiencing. We're pumping those cramps out of your body for you with this motion. Pumping that right foot. And also, many of us experiencing peripheral neuropathy in the lower limbs could be helped by this one. We'll switch sides. So the left leg is straight out with the heel on the earth, and I'm just going to pump that foot down, press down as far as I can go, and peel it up back towards the face as far as I can go safely. And I might remind myself just to breathe a little bit here. So I'm tending to every joint in my body today, hoping to. Maybe you could take one or two more. All right, and then we're coming back to center, and we built a little bit of core stability, a little bit of core strength. So I'd like you to come away from the back of the chair. If you really need it because of back issues, please take care of yourself. I might like to hold onto my chair for this. So all I'm going to do is pick up my right knee and step my foot over to the right side. Picking up my left knee and stepping my foot over to the left side. And then I'm walking my feet back in. And I'm trying to keep, as I continue doing this, trying to keep my pelvic bowl very steady, so nothing is spilling. And don't forget to breathe. And if you need to rock from side to side a little bit, that's fine. You might feel that steadiness. You got it. And we'll take one more step back in. One more step back in. And then I'm going to bring my arms up. And I've got my elbows bent. So now we're going to do something a little bit hard cognitively. So I'm going to step my right leg out and my left arm is coming to the side. And then opposite. So I'm stepping the opposite arm, opposite leg in and out. Turn your gaze down to the earth. Find your own rhythm. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. Relax into it. Relax into being a human being. Walking out and walking in. Beautiful. Next time you walk in, you can stay. Give yourself a hug. And then give me a high five. That was awesome, guys. That is not easy. That is not easy. I do want to share with you a warrior two pose today in a seated posture. And some of us, love this posture. Some of us hate this posture. You can see how it, try it on for size. It is a hip opening posture. Especially when we do this seated. And it is a bone strengthening posture when we do this standing. So we will be having some bone strengthening classes coming up, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to walk my right leg over to the right. My torso is going to face straight ahead. And then I'm going to bring my left heel straight out in front of me. I'm holding on to the chair to get started. I'm going to sweep my left leg to the left as far as feels comfortable to me. And I'm right at the edge of my chair for this. So my left leg is straight. Okay, and then I might feel like I could also place the sole of my left foot down on the earth, or I might keep my heel on the earth and the toe lifted. Okay, so I'm doing a warrior two here with my legs. The right leg is bent, the left leg is straight. My torso is pointing towards you. Swing that heart towards me, Gordon. Straighten out that left leg. Bring the heel onto the earth and sweep it out front a little bit. Yeah, that's good. This will be a good one for you. And then I'm going to bring my arms out to the sides, equally in both directions. And if I'm caring for an issue in one arm, maybe that arm comes down onto my hip. You know who you are. Shifting my gaze over my right hand, here I am in warrior one. My core is zipped up. My shoulders are soft. And I'm just taking 2 breaths. I am strong. All right, and then from here, I'm going to bring my left arm down onto my left leg, and maybe my right arm could reach up and back. So I'm getting a big stretch for my right side body. And then we're releasing slowly forward and draping that right arm across the right thigh. See if I can bring my left shoulder back. Both legs are strong, and I'm going to lift my left arm up and over a few times. So I'm making a circle with that left arm, or I'm keeping the left arm on my hip. Beautiful, friends. So we're in an extended side angle with a little extra. We might keep that arm lifted and stretching and reaching and really feel that left side body. 1 breath, and then come on back to center. Let's walk both feet back to center. I feel the work in my hips there, so we'll walk it out a little bit. I'm going to kick out 1 leg at a time. You guys are doing great. You feel that in your hips, Edith? I saw you shake your head there. Yes. So it doesn't have to be as extreme as, as far as you possibly can go. We can make it a little bit of a less of an angle. So I'm going to bring my left leg over to the left. I'm going to keep my torso pointed towards you and bring my right heel onto the earth. My leg is straight. I might be able to sweep my leg a little bit more to the right, and it's up to you whether you want to keep the toes lifted or you want to try to put the sole of the foot onto the earth. Totally up to you with what your body tells you. And then we're sweeping the arms out to the sides. Remember that little heart lift we did? So you got the heart lifted. My pelvic bowl is steady, and I'm shifting my gaze over my left hand, taking a breath in. I am strong. Another easy breath in. I am strong. Beautiful. Bringing that right arm down, left arm lifting up and back, or you could just keep it nice and low. And then I'm reaching forward with my left arm and draping it across my left leg. That right arm is traveling up and over. We're taking some big circles for the arm. Finding my breath. That right shoulder is back. My heart is spinning up towards the sky. Beautiful. Well, next time you come around the bend, you can keep the arm lifted, and we'll take 1 big stretch breath here. All right, relaxing back to center and walking back to center. Let's take a walk. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Feeling the strength in the core. You got it. And 2 more on each side. And there you have it, friends. let's rest the hands in the lap. I do want to stand and just do a couple things today. I wanted to keep it mainly a seated practice today, but I want to stand and stretch a little bit. That is an option, and you can decide to stay seated, and I will do my best to talk you through that. So before I come to stand, I'm just going to take a breath, and then I'm going to come to stand mindfully. If that is my choice, if I'm going to stay seated, I'm going to stay seated. You might take a sip of water, you might reset your camera, or maybe you have one of those fancy cameras that follows you wherever you go, which is so cool, and I love that. All right, so I'm finding a way to connect with my feet, whether I'm seated or standing. I'm going to lift my toes, maybe, and spread my toes wide, maybe, and dig my toes into the earth. Maybe. So I say maybe because sometimes our toes do not respond. I'm doing my best, and that's all I can do, to lift all 10 toes, spread them wide, and dig them back down. You could try that one more time. And then coming back to neutral, we're going to lift up onto the tiptoes and release down, right? You could just lift the heels off the earth. Lift the heels up off the earth. If you're seated, you could rock the feet. If you're standing, maybe you would like to explore spreading your wing or wings. As you come up, you could spread one or both arms out and up. As you come down, take a soft landing, I hope. Breathing in, breathing out. And let's take 2 more tiptoe floats. And last one. All right, I'm turning towards my chair. I'm going to step my right foot forward and my left foot back at a little angle. I feel this is a very important posture. I don't want to miss it because it helps me stretch my hip flexor muscle. So I'm going to bend into my right leg. Warrior 1 here. My back foot is at a little bit of an angle, and all I'm going to do today is bring my hands to heart center, because we've done a lot of arm work already. Hands to heart center. I could keep one hand on resting on the chair if I need it for support, and I'm just taking 2 breaths. I'm strong. All right, stepping the left foot forward, right foot back. Sinking into the left knee. Keeping that knee bent. If you're doing this with me, squeeze the right glute muscle. And when you're ready, you could take one or both hands to heart center. Tip that pelvic bowl back towards your spine. That's really good, Gordon. I can feel your improving core strength from here. Easy breath. I am strong. And then we'll take a little stretch. Both feet walking back. My hand is on my chair. If I'm seated, I might do a little forward fold, if that would feel good to me. If I'm standing, my goal here is to feel a stretch at the back of my legs and maybe some length in my spine. For 2 breaths. And then we're walking our way up. I'm turning my chair back to its original position. And I'm going to come to sit today very slowly. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to build some strength in my glute muscles. So I can feel the chair at the back of my knees. I'm going to start to bend my knees, and I'll bring my hips back a little bit. And I'm going to come down like I'm riding an elevator, slowly, slowly down. Squeeze those glute muscles. Use that core strength. The last one seated wins the prize. It's not going to be me today. All right. coming to sit whenever you're ready. And I do believe the golden prize goes to Ginger today. Ginger, I'll be following up with you. All right, prizes. That's a great idea. Why don't I give out prizes? That's weird. All right, so I want to do a couple more stretches and then we'll wind down with more breath work. So I'll cross my right ankle over my left knee. Such a nice stretch here. I might take a moment, if I can reach comfortably the bottom of my right foot, to give the bottom of my right foot a massage or some tapping, right, to get some energy down into my foot. Need these feet for, these are the foundations of my balance. And then I'll grab hold of whatever's available, maybe it's my shin, and lean forward to whatever degree feels okay to you. You might already be feeling a lot of sensation in that right hip. And I'm letting my shoulders relax. I have a nice flat back. I'm not rounding my back forward here, or trying not to. And then I'm coming up and crossing my knee over, moving into a twist. So I have my right knee on top of my left, and I'm just going to use that core to twist to the right, and the hands can rest wherever. It's not necessarily about how far I can turn my head to the right, as much as it is the core and the middle upper back twisting. It's a gentle twist. Come on back to center. Switching sides. Maybe it's the left ankle over the right knee. That could feel good to massage that left foot. Grabbing onto the shin and reaching the heart forward, relaxing the shoulders. Finding a couple easy breaths here. And then when you're ready, sit up, cross the knee over, and use your core muscles to take that twist to the left. You got it. Let the hands drape down wherever they are. And again, I'm not so much concerned about my neck twisting or my head moving as I am my core working. All right, come on back to center and uncross the leg. I'm going to come forward and share with you a closing breath technique. We've done this before. Some of you have written in that it's been helpful in those stressful situations. So I'm going to use my fingers here, and on my fingers I'm going to connect my thumb with my index, middle, ring, and pinky. Index, middle, ring, and pinky. I'm breathing in, breathing out. Maybe I need to make it go a little faster. Breathing in, breathing out. You could close your eyes and connect this with your breath. I'm breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4. This can go at whatever pace suits my breath comfort. You can add some words such as, I am at peace. Any other words, 4 syllables, as we breathe in, breathe out. And I can rest these hands in my lap. I brought my hands up just to show you, but you can rest the backs of your hands on your thighs. And we can do a couple more rounds. See if you can time this with your breath. one more round. And then just letting the hands rest, relax. You could bring the hands to heart center if it's in your practice. I'm going to close our class with the sound of one Om. You could listen, you could join in, you could create whatever sound feels useful to you. Breathing in for Om. And thanking you so much for your practice today. Namaste. We will have a sound meditation this Friday. If you're not on the list for that, please, and you'd like to be on the list, let's hang around and let me know, or write me an email, anngrace@iwmf.com. If you'd like to be on the list for that. The sound meditation is a 30-minute relaxation experience. You can see some singing bowls I have here. They create a very soothing sound. And I'll use my voice to bring you into some relaxed states of being. So I hope to see you there. If not, I'll see you next Monday.